Greetings everyone, the crafter here, Jordan Moeller. I did a tutorial for some groups on Facebook having to do with kazoos on how to take a trumpet kazoo and convert it into what I call a kazumpet. And well, I thought it should actually be a crafter episode, so here we go. Greetings folks. I've gotten some questions about how to take the trumpet kazoo that you can get and convert it into what I like to call a kazumpet. Super simple. Unbelievably simple. The idea with a basically a regular kazumpet, like this one, made from a regular kazoo with tape on the end, is of course you put tape on the end, you put a few holes in, you then do falsetto mode on the tiny end, and like that. But how do you do that with this? Well, obviously the way this is, the big end is the horn side, right? And the small side for this one, it would be the actual mouthpiece. So you're already halfway there. And you got your membrane right here, and you do the same thing. You use, like in this case, I believe it's, I use my right hand for doing the muting on this one to get that horn tone. But how do you do the equivalent of tape with holes? Well, very simple. You take a little cork like you can get from a craft store like Michael's or whatever kind of craft store you can buy such little things, and you take and you file along one side of the cork all the way down, like give it a little bit of a kind of a gap, or I guess you'd say a little channel along the side. And that's so that once you take this cork and you stuff it into the end, like you see here, basically some of the air can get past the cork, because similar to the tape with a few holes in it to allow for some airflow, you want some of the air, but not all, to get through this end of the kazoo as well. So basically you cut that little channel along the the whole length of a cork, a small cork about this size, you can maybe see what's in there, okay, and you stick it in the end with your finger. And basically what you do is you, again, like with a regular kazumpet, like the smaller one there, you do a falsetto tone and go until you get the right tone, and you push it back, push it back, push it back, and then stop when you get the tone just right. Like that. And there you've taken a trumpet kazoo with a simple cork, channel along the side of the, maybe a file or a saw, making the channel along the side of the cork, and you stuff it in the end. Push it in to get it right to the level where you want it to be, to get the right tone, and then you just hold it normally, do your falsetto voice for the trumpet stuff, right? And then you still use your fingers of your free hand to do the muting over this part, just like you do when you're holding the kazumpet this way, and you use the fingers to kind of do muting like that. You use the fingers the same way on the free hand, and you just kind of go, and that takes away some of the buzzy sound that the kazoo membrane would do. Okay? Now, one little bonus here I'm doing in this tutorial of how to make one of these into a kazumpet. When you do the falsetto voice, of course, that's how you get the trumpet sound. That sort of thing. But when you do it with just a regular low voice like you'd normally use with a kazoo, and still do a little bit of the muting here over the membrane, you get a really cool saxophone sound. So what you can do is you can play a song and you can switch from one to the other. Let's say you start a song like this. Like that. Pretty cool, huh? Well, hopefully that explains anything. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And mostly time. Like you want to do, have fun.